Alright, I'm back on my nefarious schemes and plans to use the heart-seeking bow again. It's definitely not one of the weapons I would want to go to because it just takes so long to, at least in my opinion, it takes a while to charge up. And with what I want to do, I kind of just like going fast and going through this as fast as I can. Plus, it just has limited room, and if enemies get too close, it just like makes it kind of awkward to try to take care of, you know? At least that's how I see it anyway. Now let's go with Aries. Hopefully I can find a boon that will help me.
Stand down or suffer.
Also, man, this sniper shot ability is interesting. I've never really used it, though. Like I said before, I haven't used the bow all too often. How many times have I used it at this point? You know? Ah, frick. It's weird how it sometimes doesn't lock onto enemies and sometimes it does. Maybe it's just... I never really put into much thought how that works, you know?
It's not been long since I last saw bloodshed, but far too long for me, nevertheless.
You keep saying you know a lot. I gotta stop. It's a bad habit. Like self-deprecation. I will openly admit that it's one of my weaknesses. Which one? Which one? Yeah.
The war is on.
Got these skull things. Actually, would they even be called skull things? Yeah, let's go with the cast. Man. Gotta say though, as awkward as it is to try to use different weapons and step outside my comfort zone, this is a fun game. It is, and I'm not just saying that to make myself sound cool or anything. It is a genuine blast to play. I have had fun playing this. I think I started playing this in 2021, where there was some time since I stopped playing. But, you know, considering the fact that it's been this fun, like I've, you know, stuck around playing for almost 2 years at this point. I guess that's the. It is the, yes. But I guess that's just a sign of how good this game is, and how, like... I imagine this game's had a lot of impact too, because I remember when this game first came out, ooh, these are fast boys. Really fast, ooh man. I was not expecting them to go that fast. Another Aries. Which one? That's looking tempting. Yeah, let's go for it. I should have actually just gone for the attack ability the first time around and maybe another ability with Aries if I knew this was going to happen. But you know what? Live and learn a little bit. Gotta say, it is nice to have those little, I guess, summoning circles on the ground to let you know when an enemy's gonna show up. If I could only know how to properly use the bow and get rid of tons of enemies. So I guess that will come with practice, lots and lots of practice, and having a better understanding of the abilities, because I have a, I guess, somewhat decent enough understanding of the abilities in the game, but not enough to where I could consider myself to be an expert in any way, shape, or form.
Stronger still.
drink up and
That's better.
let's go with the Aries again. Great. Doomstone's freaking.
Doomstone then.
Gotta say, this is one of the more annoying ones to fight because it's just all the lasers. So many lasers everywhere. That's a problem with it. Plus, it just spawns smaller ones that you gotta take care of as well, and just so many different things everywhere. Causes problems, man. Plus, you gotta get through 2 health bars. I think one of them being, I guess, supposed armor. There's the dog barking outside right now while I'm trying to play this. Is definitely making things distracting. Holy crap. Ooh. Gotta stop being in the way of the lasers. I really gotta stop being in the way of the lasers because that's gonna hurt me in the long run. And admittedly, if I plan to make it out of the underworld, not to be confused with the underwear, not to make any kind of, low-hanging jokes or anything. But if I am going to make it out, I really need to make sure I know what I'm doing from here on out, because man, this is definitely not how to play the game. Come on, work, man, come on. There we go. God, that could have been better. Do I want to make my rift abilities bigger? Yeah, let's go.
More bloodshed then.
Well, at least we have some more normal enemies in this case. Well, I say normal. They're just common enemies, really. There we are. One thing I do have to say is I really like the fact that, the composer for the soundtrack, which I believe is Darren Korb, did a phenomenal job with the soundtrack. It definitely has all the things that I'm looking for in terms of video game music and also metal, and just combining that into video game metal. Cause man, holy frick, it is just a work of art. And honestly, definitely up there in terms of, top personal favorite video game soundtracks of all time. Obviously, first place being Super Mario Galaxy, because that's the game that really got me into gaming in the first place. But I've heard a bunch of other video game soundtracks over the years. Some have been good, some meh, some at least ones I didn't personally like. But just something about the Hades soundtrack just hits all the right notes for me.
Let's see.
I mean, no pun intended, but it is so good, man.
It's him, Baldy. Glad you made it all this way, Prince said.
Hey, Sisyphus, maybe sometime I could use your workout equipment. I mean, Baldy,
Mate?
just to get some exercise in. Ooh, do I go for that? Let's risk it.
I'll take it.
Sure. Looks like I can get some more Titan's blood. So that all really depends on if I can actually make it through the fight.
Murder. Murder. Murder.
Alright, let's go. Probably not the best weapon to be fighting Tisiphone against. Because well, one, I'm not super experienced with the bow, and two, each of the different, I should say different, but each of the Fury sisters has their own unique fighting ability. And, you know, they have their different moves and whatnot. So, having to fight Tisiphone with the bow is definitely going to be a challenge, because she definitely releases these little projectiles that she shoots out in a widespread area. Like this, for example. It's like, how do I dodge the thing with the bow? At least when it's going all spread out like this. I'm sure there's got a way to be, not a way to be, but a way to cancel out those, I guess, energy orbs, those, I want to call them ki blasts because of Dragon Ball Z. I have read the entire manga. I do have the entire, like, physical collection of Dragon Ball Z manga. Which, speaking of Akira Toriyama's, you know, art style, now, I believe, if I'm correct, he also did work for Chrono Trigger. Which I should play at some point, you know? Because that would be interesting to play. I definitely am pretty into RPGs. They're fun. At least some of them are fun. Others are just like, you know, if you don't know what you're doing, or like depending on like just the way the system is set up in the game, it can be pretty difficult to get into.
No murder.
Man, I'm down to my last Death Defiance. I have one left. This is no good.
Go on and try.
Well,
And of course I have nothing to afford there.
secret hole and going up. Nowhere to go but up. In the bag.
Yeah, this is no good. Not good at all. Now I have to go through the magma meadows of Asphodel, where I will most likely die from something completely dumb. Like staying in the lava for too freaking long. Seriously, how the frick are you supposed to get through this with a bow? Man. Like, I will not understand how that's even possible, man. What the frick? I really wish I had better boons for situations like this. I chose poorly, and I recognize that. Actually, no, I shouldn't be blaming it on boons. I should actually start saying, like, hey, you know, even despite my boons, like, I am not doing the best. Because I really am not doing the best. Well, obviously. Ooh, man. Last chance is not looking good.
You're nothing.
Yeah, let's go with pomegranate. Might as well, you know. I just gotta survive long enough to get a Death Defiance. The question is,
Wave makers.
can I actually do it? It's one thing to say that I want to, but actually following through, that's another thing entirely, you know? That's something that, you know, sometimes people don't realize. And I'm guilty of this myself too, so. Is that sometimes, like, they'll say something and then just not follow through. Even if it's not like procrastination, like sometimes it just happens where it's like, oh wait, frig, I was supposed to do this and then not get around to it. Of course, got more of these freaking skeletons, which are they? Is this what the game is referring to as bloodless? Because, you know, they're skeletons, they got no blood, so therefore bloodless. I don't feel real dumb if that's the actual answer. But hey. I'd say going for Charon's shop. Let's see what he's got
Something's
in
here.
the store. Nothing really. Yeesh.
Here's the fee.
Can't believe he didn't have much. I'm taking his money.
Wow, thank you, Charon.
I'm probably gonna regret this because I don't have any death defiances, and I have not really done super well against Charon. Guess this is why you don't mess with shopkeepers. Also, don't mess with illicit substances as well. This has been a public service announcement from Retro Wolf 64. Yeah,